it's Ne and Tan versus Chiu and Wang. But because there was a retirement in the previous match, there's going to be a slight delay. We reckon about 5 minutes, and when the women are out, the men are out for this men's doubles, we'll be right back with you. Well, a warm welcome back to Birmingham on day 2 of the 2026 even, I'll get it right, All England, and we have reached match number 5. Just a brief word that in that previous match, Ratchnok Intanon had to retire. Therefore, it's time for men's doubles, and it's between Azriyn and Tan Kiong of Malaysia, and they're up against Chiu and Wang from Chinese Taipei. Still 4 courts in action, of course, here. And a quick check on the men's doubles draw. This is the bottom quarter And the match we're concentrating is the one at the top. So the number six seeds, Man and T, potentially are the likely opponents for the winners here. Here come the players. Malaysians leading the way.
Heading on to the Minoru Yoneyama courts. In the men's doubles, Noor Mohammed, Azriyn, Azriyn, and Tan Wee Kyung of Malaysia. And Chinese Taipei's Chiu, Wang Chilin.
This will be the third meeting between these pairs. It's 1-1 on the head-to-head. Malaysians won the last meeting in 2 tight games. That was in the Kumamoto Masters. There it is, 18 months ago. Let's listen into the toss.
Or black? Black cord. It is black. Service. Yep. You'll receive Chiu on that side.
So let's give a bit more information then on the 4 players on court 1 here in this men's doubles round of 32, starting with the 2 Malaysians. Azriyn, who's 32 now, has been slightly higher than that current ranking of 26, as you can see. It was about a year ago. They were 23 in the world. He's won 2 Super 100 events with 2 other partners as Azriyn. These 2 came together as a pair at the start of 2024. And of course, Tan Wee Kyung, Olympic silver medalist with Govi Shem in Rio, and also a Commonwealth Games gold medalist with Shem, and a couple of World Tour titles as well. Still going strong at the age of 36. And their opponents from Chinese Taipei, Chiu, 23 years of age. His dad actually was a professional baseball pitcher, and Chiu was a very good golfer when he was a youth, and he broke his arm and took up badminton. Loved it so much he never went back. Came together in August of 2024, him and Wang Chilin. Of course, can't tell you much about him you don't already know. Double Olympic champion with Li Yang in both Tokyo and in Paris, and 11 World Tour titles with Yang as well. How do you see this match, Chris? Your specialism, of course, men's doubles.
It's a hard one, to be honest, because both pairs have played to a very high level. The Malaysians are one of the only pairs in the world that have actually beaten Kim Won Ho and Seo Seung Jae, which is a big surprise. Wang Chilin and that partnership, they've played very well. Last week they had some good performances, but then they got totally outclassed by the French in the semi-final, which was a bit of a surprise. So, I mean, it's very hard to call.
Should be entertaining. The last match, even though it was 21-19, 21-19, only took 33 minutes. So suspect the rallies may be slightly longer today just because of the conditions here in Birmingham. Pretty slow.
Ladies and gentlemen, on my right, Noor Mohammed, Azriyn Azriyn, and Tan Wee Kyung, Malaysia. And on my left, Chiu and Wang Chilin, Chinese Taipei. Tan Wee Kyung to serve, to Wang Ling. Love all. Play.
So here we go, men's doubles round of 32. Two unseeded pairs here.
Service over. 1 love. Service
Yeah, no,
over.
I'd say this is a kind of match where, being honest, I think it's good for both pairs, as in it's a 50-50-ish game. I know the rankings don't suggest that, but I do think the Malaysians, they have a really good chance.
2-1.
That's well in.
3-1.
Moment it's actually quite strange, because traditionally Chinese Taipei are probably the best nation in the world in the flat game, and the Malaysians at the moment are engaging in the flat game, but they are significantly better at the moment.
They won't have an easier kill in this match than that one.
Service over. 2-4.
Incredible defence early in that rally. Azriyn, really, really good.
Service over. 5-3.
A little bit in the match that I watched Chinese Taipei when they played the French last week in German Open, when they lost in the semi-final. It was just the amount of simpler mistakes they made. They can both do some incredible stuff. Really well read there by the Malaysians, but it's kind of the gifts they give.
7-3.
The thing I worry about with the Chinese Taipei is, if we talk about general doubles, you need, and it doesn't always have to be like this, but you normally have a player that's more comfortable with the net, a player that's more comfortable at the rear of the court. And with the Chinese Taipei, being honest, I don't know who the net player is. I don't know who the player is that gets the partner the lift. They both have a phenomenal attack, but if they can't get the attack...
Complete mix-up there on the Malaysian side of the net. Great rally though.
Tell you what though, Tan, for 36 years old, he did incredible to, from nowhere, retrieve that shot though, middle of the rally when they had that big confusion.
4-7.
I'm sure we're going to see it as before that. But the big smiles from the Malaysians. And it's incredible to think, it's 10 years ago that Tan Wee-Kiong won his Olympic silver medal. That was a good Olympics, that one.
I was going to ask if it feels like 10 years for you.
To be honest, it feels even longer. It feels almost a lifetime ago. But it's amazing that Tan's still playing from that Olympics.
Service over.
Go Vishem, his old partner's actually also still playing with a player from Korea, Chiu. It's amazing. Out of the Olympic medalists from that tournament, they're the only two that are still going. In the men's doubles category, that is.
You could always consider a comeback.
Just waiting for a partner.
How over the moon do you think that Chiu was when he got either the phone call or the direct meeting or whatever, when it was suggested to him that he would be Wang Qilin's new partner?
I think it's one of those how you take it. I mean, I'm sure he was very, very happy, but then I'm sure also he started to feel a bit of pressure, because when you play with a double Olympic gold medalist, I mean, we haven't had many of those in the men's doubles category. I think Fu Haifeng's one of the only others who's won 2 Olympic gold medals in men's doubles, that he started, well, I've got to sort of emulate Li Yang, and very hard player to follow in the footsteps of, and also to get this partnership to world number 2, which is the highest they got. But they've done very well so far. It's not quite as smooth as it was when Wang Qilin played with Li Yang, because Li Yang was a phenomenal net player, and he did his job so well to set up Li Yang. Sorry, to set up Wang Qilin, sorry.
Well, they've got a bit of work to do here. The Chinese Taipei pair, 9-6 down in this opening game.
Tan there, he just waited a little bit too long. It was a good angle from Chinese Taipei, and he just waited too long to play that block, which then gave this man on camera, Chiu, just time to step in and punch his aggressive shot at the net.
Service over. 10-8. Service over. 9-10.
Good solid defense there from Chinese Taipei.
Trailed 8-4 at one stage. So it's been an excellent effort to get them back on terms here. Last point for the mid-game interval. Now they're in front.
11-10.
Chiu really stepped up there the last 3 or 4 points, stepping forward, taking the game on. He was the man who was taking charge at the net in that partnership.
Kasih 80% turun. Dia turun, dia mesti mau kuat mah. Depan jaga, buka. Ha? Jangan ingat semua mau kuat ambil point. Pakai kaki. Ya? Ha? Ini sahabat layak. Kita siap kenapa? Ha? Kita siap kenapa? Lagi defend lah, first one lah. You jangan soft dulu. Yang jalan pandai dia kasih tajam, dia tunggu betul-betul. Kasih cross dulu baru.
11-10. Play. Out. Service over. 11 all. Service fault called. Too high.
That'll be only the second one we've had today
Service
on
over.
show court.
12-11.
Those are the Perspex blocks that the service judge looks through, and it helps him gauge the height of the serve. Anything over 115 centimetres, too high.
And this is the thing, good defence from Malaysians, no doubt about it. They moved the shuttle around well, but
So this
Wang
over.
Chi-lin, he's got such a good attack that
12-all.
he knows he shouldn't make a mistake in that position.
Thirteen, 12. So this over, 13-all.
Caught a big piece of the line. So still nip and tuck in this opening game.
Fourteen, 13.
Good attack, and I definitely would say Chiu in that partnership at the moment in this match, he's the one who looks, to be honest, the more experienced player. Obviously, he's not at all. He's a much younger player, but I'd say Wang Chi-lin maybe at the moment is just not quite finding his rhythm.
Service over. 14-all.
Again there, he's gone through the middle. And then he's under big, big stress. He's got to keep it on the straight in that situation.
Service over. Yes, come in. 15-14.
Brilliant return of serve.
Yeah,
Service
saw it
over.
coming and just dealt with it summarily.
15-all.
It's pretty much been nip and tuck the whole of this first game. For a second there, I thought that somehow
Service
sneaked
over.
over.
I did,
16-15.
but it didn't. I think the last 10 points have been won alternatively.
Yeah, and so many of them have been in the first 4 shots, which at men's doubles is such an integral part of the match. And again there, you know, we're seeing very short, bitty rallies, and
Service
this is
over.
why it's so important to practice
16
the serve, the
all.
return of serve, the third shot, the fourth shot. And they're just a little bit too comfortable, that mistake. Yes, they are under pressure, but I
16.
don't believe they're under enough pressure, because Tan Wee Kiong actually slightly off balance when he's playing that attack. That is an incredible amount of strapping on the knee of Chiu.
Yes, change.
Well, you said at the start it's going to be difficult to call this one. You can clearly see why.
Service over.
Yeah, and this is the thing, you know, you look at the, I mean, look at that strapping, that is a
17
lot on that knee. If you look at the rankings of 12 in the world and 26, you should, you know, from that you'd think, oh, should be fairly comfortable maybe for the Chinese Taipei, but I think saw the performance last week from Chinese Taipei. They were just so up and down, and the Malaysians, they're so experienced, and they're not easy to beat.
Well, it's a great recovery from the Malaysians while it lasted,
18,
but didn't last as long as they would have wanted.
Quick.
He really is stepping up, Chiu. In this match, they're chasing forward. That's a lovely brush, and he's put it in such an awkward spot as well for Tan Wee Kiong, because it's so awkward coming down in a position where it's right at his body.
Play.
Well, it wouldn't be denied.
Service over. 18 all.
Oh, how costly might that be?
19-18.
What a time to dump your serve into the net.
Yeah, it can be one of those occasions where you're almost thinking the next shot, or you're trying to plan almost so far in the rally or overthink the situation that serve just clips the tape.
Game point, 18.
So 2 game points here for Chiu and Wang. It's wide, and that will be game. 21-18. It was a real close affair. Only lasted 17 minutes. But the world number 12 pair have come through and drawn first blood here. 1-0 Bailey. Well, up next is a mixed doubles, and it features Callum Hemming, you can see there, who plays with Estelle van Leeuwen, up against the Malaysian pair of Goh Soon Huat and Lai Chevron-Jemmy, and that is a real tough assignment for the English pair, Hemming and van Leeuwen. That will follow the conclusion of this men's doubles.
Court 1, 20 seconds. Court 1, 20 seconds. Players. Second game. Love all. Play.
So Chiu and Wang hoping to get this done in straight games, obviously, but judging by what happened in the first game, could be in for a bit of a thriller here because there was really very little between the pairs.
So this over. It's coming.
Total miss hit there, but it turned into an absolutely incredible shot because all the pace came out of the shuttle.
I think they've already won the award for shirt of the tournament. That was a bit snazzy, that.
It's definitely a very bold design.
You've kind of got to be good if you wear that.
Incredible return of serve. Didn't look that loose to serve, but Fabian played an amazing return.
1-all.
Yeah, he had Nur Azriyn scampering across the back of the court and couldn't get anywhere near it.
Wow, incredible shot. Tammy Kyung there, turning back time.
Service over. 2-1.
Brilliant skill and vision there to play that.
Service over. 2-all.
New racket required. Wang's got back successfully. But he couldn't successfully get to that.
Yes. Service over. 3-2. Change it. Yes. Wang, come here. Don't go around the back, okay?
My racket's over there.
Yeah, okay. Get your coach to pick it up, but don't go, okay? Three, 2.
Well, the flicker took Wang Qinlin completely by surprise.
4-2. Wang,
Great variation on the serve.
You should swap round. You were the wrong way round. Swap round. Yes. Yeah.
An interesting one. 2 returns in a row here. Good cut out there.
Service over.
See, this game, a lot of it is no one wants to just
3-4.
passively give the lift away. Nobody wants the high lift because the attack from all 4 players is very good. This is why everyone's injecting pace in the mid-court. Trying to keep the shuttle flat and not give away the attack or the lift.
Very good.
So
This there highlights exactly why, you know, no one wants to give away the attack, because almost every time a pair does have the attack, it's obviously the pair that ends up winning the rally. Good interception at the net there from Tan.
do appreciate when we show you those side-on shots, just how fast the game is. Maybe not quite get the full impact of it when you look at it from a wide shot.
Yep, and you know, it's an incredibly fast sport. And the speed at which players have to move because of how fast the shuttle travels. Turner serve there, caught the tape, so the shuttle kind of bobbles, and it's so hard to control it because you don't know how it's going to come out of the spin.
Service over. 7-6.
Can't believe what he's done.
Slightly does sum up the reason why I'm saying I think, you know, Wang Qilin, he needs a net man. He needs a player that does that to give him the lift, because when I see Wang Qilin come forward, he just doesn't look as comfortable. Absolutely nothing between these pairs, exactly the same as first game.
And the last time they met as well, 21-19, 21-19. That was in Noor and Tan's favour. That's landed in, I think.
8-7. No, return it. Return the shuttle. No, play on. 8-7. Service over. Change. Eight all. Quick. Service over.
Azriyn there, he steps in to try and take the defensive shot early, but the problem is, by doing so here, but look, it goes so far up, so he's giving himself less time. If he pushes it obviously away from Wang Qilin, then it turns into a great shot because it gives his opponents less time. Just the quality of the shot wasn't quite good enough for the move he made.
Well, I feel like a bonus point. That was so clever.
10-8 coming.
Nothing that Azriyn could do.
Yeah, great poke though. You can see Tan stepping forward. Tan wants a shot around the net so that he can actually get involved. But he hasn't obviously covered that corner, and that's where the gap is. It's well spotted for Chiu. Probably has been the most consistent player so far in the match.
Okay.
He's actually been the one that's kind of guided that partnership.
10-8. Interval.
So that's a handy lead in a match that's likely to be very, very tight. It certainly has been so far. Just about to hit the half-hour mark, and it's advantage Chiu and Wang.
Mau ke tak mau? Dia turun lagi cepat. Tak boleh, mau lift. Firm sikit. Mau lift tinggi, kasih dah space lah. Ha? Ya 50-50. Tekan aja. Okey? Ha? Ai 左面，放心。 Percaya lah. Jangan
Court
risau.
1, 20 seconds. Court 1, 20 seconds. We have a blood injury. Okay.
So you've probably heard the umpire say we've got a foot injury here, so there's going to be a short delay. That's the problem. So obviously can't have blood on the court, so you just need some kind of a plaster on the injury, and then we should be good to go.
I think it's okay. Is that back corner?
Yeah, the referee's just checking because obviously you can't have blood on the surface either, so he's just checking if there's any blood on the court. Difficult thing is obviously it's tiny little cut, but the problem is to stop it bleeding is the complicated bit. And because there's obviously a knee joint where the knee bends, to put something on it, it's so hard to actually get it to stick.
Someone needs to invent kind of really thin, lightweight, very effective knee pads that players could wear. Make a fortune if you could do that.
Yeah, I mean, especially if if it doesn't restrict your movement, then yeah, could be a good development.
Get it on Dragons Den. Don't think this is going to delay us for too much longer.
Okay. Yeah. To 10. 11, 8, play.
Oh, phenomenal defense. Well, they got there in the end, but not without some wonderful defiance from Chiu
Service over.
in particular.
9,
Best
11.
rally of the match, though, that. All four players there to a good level. And they do incredible in defence in that rally. And even the execution. Tan makes it look easy, but he puts this away really nicely. It's the placement there, even reverses it.
Service over. 12, 9.
Yeah, he knew he misjudged that, Tan. It was just a
13,
token gesture, really,
9.
and a facile put away. Cheap point, really.
This is why, for me, I think the Malaysians, they just got to be a little bit careful
14,
engaging too much
9.
in the flat game. They can engage in it, but then they need to take the pace out or get the shuttle coming up. It's definitely slipping away now from the Malaysians.
15, 9. Service fault called, too high. Service over, 10-15.
He's on the case, Fragoso, the service judge. That's a couple of times he's spotted a high serve.
Service over, 16-10. Seventeen, 10. Play.
That was long, and it appears that the end is nigh here.
Tan Wee Keong challenges.
They will challenge it.
Called out.
Probably because there's really nothing to lose, but I'm not sure how much hope there is.
Yeah, I mean, I can't comment how close it was because it's so hard to see from here, but I'm fairly confident it's more of a tactical ploy, as it were, just to break the game up, slow it down, because it's been a really bad run. Yeah, it's a long way out, but it's been a bad run, so they just want to slow things down, try and affect the momentum of Chinese Taipei pair.
One challenge remaining.
Reset themselves, and he needs something special now in these next sort of 4 or 5 points.
Play. Service over. 11-18.
Well, I had a lot of court to aim at there, and that was some way wide.
12-18.
This is the thing, I think, in this match especially, like it's big power, you know, and it's close to being exceptional, but Wang Qilin there was a fairly comfortable mistake in the end again.
Well, that was a very late call from the line judge.
Call is out. Are you challenging?
They are, yeah, I think they got to. I think as soon as you see a line judge semi-change their mind, you're almost obliged to challenge, especially with the scoreline the way it is.
Again, though, I've got to say, I think it's good umpiring, because I think she wasn't 100% sure what the gesture was for the Malaysians, so she informed them it was out, and then informed them, or sorry, apologies, asked them, are you challenging? Yes.
It's out by a long way.
Challenge unsuccessful. No challenges remaining. Service over. 19-12.
So we know that
Play.
Chiu and Wang aren't going to have to endure a match point challenge, which I always think a little bit anticlimactic. They're out of challenges now, the Malaysians. And they are nearly out of the tournament. One more. Oh, he touched the net. Yeah.
Service over.
I don't even know how he touched the net there.
Your partner touched the net. Yes.
Oh, with his racket.
Chiu,
you could see it, couldn't you? You could see the net move.
The net.
Yeah. That's a good spot by the umpire.
Oh, very good spot. You can see the net was moving, but I mean, I don't know how he's hit the net really in that situation. The control of his racket just wasn't quite there. He did everything so well. That's probably one of the best rallies he's played the whole match. Incredible defence.
So much pressure, and still they repel. But in the end, there was no answer. And now, match points, 7 of them for Chiu and Wang.
Yeah, and Wang Qilin, since they've had this this lead, he's been so much better.
20.
So much better. His last 2 rallies, 2 best rallies
13.
he's played.
Thank you. Service over. 14-20.
Well, really entertaining game of men's doubles, and you can see what it means to Chiu and Wang to come through 21-14 in the second game for a straight set success. Maybe the score doesn't quite do Moore and turn justice, because the first game, Chris, was anyone's really, wasn't it?
Definitely, you know, the first game was 50-50, and it was looking similar in the second. It was just they had that run, the Chinese Taipei's, where I've got to say, Chiu, I do think Chiu was the player that kind of kept it alive, as it were, with the partnership. He was the more solid player, and overall throughout the match, I would say he was the best player. Wang Qilin came alive, but probably only at the end when they did get that lead.
And Wang Qilin, 21-18, 21-14.
Thank you. Thank you.
That was the moment that the victory was secured. And we will see them in the round of 16 tomorrow. So, Chiu and Wang win 21-18, 21-14, 41 minutes was the official match time. Well, coming up next, it's mixed doubles. Callum Hemming and Estelle Van Leeuwen will have all the home support, but a tough task against Go Soon Huat and Lai Chevron Jemmy of Malaysia. That'll be with Jill Clark and Steen Pedersen in a couple of minutes.